Sometimes these tactics are just full of a bit of hot air. Version 2. That's what this one's called, at least. The description basically saying complete forwards and defensive wingers had to possession. I don't know what that means, but good all around, won Champions League. They did win it with PSG, so they're using a little bit different of a team. However, it's still PSG. They are well above Monaco, 90 points to 68 for Monaco. It is a fantastic season for them. But we are going to try it out with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town, as always. So with all this said, we're going to dive into the tactic a little bit later and discuss a little bit later, but we're going to jump into the Premier League right now and see how our teams did. To be honest, it looks like a pretty good season for our teams, although I would say more on the average mark. 86 points for Liverpool, not too bad at all. 93 goals is pretty nice. Aston Villa in fifth with 74 points, 83 goals. I would say so far an average to a little bit above average season. Schedule-wise, out unfortunately for Liverpool in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. The first leg is a draw at home, but unfortunately losing out to Manchester United away from home, and you're out there. FA Cup final you do get to, but losing out to Chelsea 1-2. However, you are not trophyless this season. You go up against Roma in the Europa League final, win handily 3-0. So overall, yeah, I would say this is a pretty average season. Liverpool in second place in the league, winners of the Europa League, runners-up in the FA Cup, semifinals of the Carabao Cup. It's not bad at all, don't get me wrong. I will not write this season off, but it is on the average mark. Squad-wise, you do have some green in there, which is nice to see. 27 goals for Jota, interestingly enough. 24 for Nunez. Luis Diaz in there with 20. Mohamed Salah all the way down with 16 and only 25 starts. He must have been injured. 17 assists for Robertson, 16 for Trent Dominic. Not too bad. Average rating 7.55 for Salah. Well, where Liverpool faltered, Aston Villa picked up handily. 4-0 win in the Carabao Cup final over Manchester United, playing the same team, using the same tactics. So that is very interesting. But semifinals is where they bow out Chelsea 1-3. It does come to extra time, but they do beat Bayer Leverkusen 3-2 in the Europa Conference League final. That is a massive win against Fenerbahce right there. So overall, fifth place, not too bad. We've seen them higher though. Winners of the Conference League, we've seen that a lot. Winners of the Carabao Cup, fantastic there. Knocked out in the semis by Chelsea, not too bad of a season. Squad-wise, yeah, they got some green too. Goals, 33 for Diaby, always fantastic. 16 for Zaniolo is second, wow. 18 assists for Zaniolo, Luis with 15 right there. Average rating, you got Zaniolo with a 7.19. Data hub for Liverpool, through and through attacking, as you always see. The fouls made per game is definitely on the interesting mark. They're usually down there, 3.26 fewer. So that's the Premier League average. But general performance, 2.45 goals per game, conceded 0.79 and 0.9 XG against. And just because I've been doing it lately, clear-cut chances plus 62, one every 44 minutes. Aston Villa, not quite there. I mean, this is pretty much their average, though. They do get very good attacking numbers, just not all the way at peak. But goals per game, only 2.18, 1.47 conceded, 1.51 XG against. And a plus 25 clear-cut chances, one every 62 minutes. Premier League stats, you can see Liverpool in second with 2.26 points per game. Aston Villa in fifth with 1.95. Most goals in first, though, for Liverpool, 93 to Aston Villa's 83, 10 down in third. Fewer shots against Liverpool in fourth with 302. Most possession, 57 down to 55%. Most dribbles made, Aston Villa in seventh with 590. 2 down for Liverpool. Best pass completion, Liverpool in sixth with 88%. Most shots for Liverpool in first with only 598. That's quite a difference down. Aston Villa with 537. But how did Ipswich Town do? Third place, not too bad. Only a handful of points off of first, so definitely not too bad. And somewhat well above Middlesbrough in fourth, rather. 98 points, 127 goals is fantastic. They do come third, though. They get to the playoffs, and I always say they really don't finish the playoffs well at all. This time, they do. 2-0 over Middlesbrough. They move on to the Premier League. Schedule-wise, they do get to the Carabao Cup fourth round, but they lose out against Burnley, and then they get only to the FA Cup third round, 2-4 loss to Newcastle. So up against our latest standards, not great. Third place, we have definitely seen them better a handful of times in the last couple of months. But overall, it's Ipswich Town in third place. Moving on to the Premier League, you pretty much take that any day of the week. And then the domestics, nothing out of the ordinary. Stats-wise, not a lot of green, no. 34 goals, though, for Hurst. Finally back up there, doing well. Assists, 27 for Wes Burns. Leif Davis, is he even here? He is. He did not play. He feels alienated and is, wow, 712 still, but wow, that hurts. Average rating, though, George Hurst with his 768. That's huge. Championship stats, Ipswich in third with 2 flat points per game. Most goals in first, though, with 133 handily. You get most possession with 56%, most dribbles made in 7th with 748, and most shots for in 2nd with 728. So let us take a little bit deeper of a dive in this tactic. Sweeper, keeper, and defend is where we start. Ball-playing defenders all across that back line. A defensive winger in support on both sides. A Segundo Volante in both sides in the middle. A complete forward on both sides in attack. And then an advanced forward in attack up front. Balanced mentality, in possession attacking with the standard, approach plays pass into space, play out of defense, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly, distribute to the center backs and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. But now, how did our 3 teams do overall? Not bad. I mean, attacking, yes. I mean, Ipswich Town got, 127 goals, 133 after playoff promotion spots. So a pretty nice one. Unfortunately, they don't end up in first. And same with Liverpool and Aston Villa. You get Liverpool in second, Aston Villa in fifth, about average on the points per game or points marks. A little bit above average on the goals front. So overall, definitely an attacking tactic, a well done tactic, one to take a look at, but I think one that definitely needs to be massaged into your team a bit more before you can just have a runaway with the league type of season. So take it for what it's worth. Definitely take a look at it if you want that kind of formation. To let us know how it works for you if you've tried it, because it would be great to get some hands-on experience with it. But that's it for me, Sefian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.